What's going on, everybody? If you don't know me already, my name is David, King David for short. It's kind of long, but hey. Today, I want to go over something that I was talking to my brother about. It's about goals, right? Right now, I'm on my little walk. I'm thinking, strategizing. I had a very stressful work day, right? I didn't go to my day job, but I had a very stressful work day with my business, and it was really hectic, right? Really hectic, all over the place. My anxiety shot through the roof, right? But I'm cool. I gotta touch grass. I gotta get outside before I go back in, before I go to the gym, and before I go back to work, right? Because I'm staying up till like 2 to freaking maybe like 4 or something, just to finish some work up. But I'm gonna keep walking. Right, my phone is really bad. I don't have a lot of bread, so kind of all my money goes to my business. So I had to buy this like $200 iPhone 13, right? And this iPhone 13 is just like it dies very quick. It's a mini, but the battery life is terrible. And but yeah. So I'm gonna talk to you guys when I get to my spot. When I get to the spot, right? It's a really calm place, completely secluded. Nobody goes. At least I think nobody goes, but it's a cool place, calm place. But yeah, we're gonna talk about goals today, okay? So I'll see you guys when we get there. And just like that, we have made it. Gate was closed, but we don't follow the rules over here. That's what it means to be a glitch, right? We don't do rules. We're not obligated to follow those rules. We make our own path. We do our own thing over here. That's what I do, okay? I do my own thing. Make my own path, okay? But yeah, we still got a little bit of ways to go before we can get to the spot. Like I said, this is a spot where I go to think, a spot where I go to pray, go to do everything. Strategize, go to refresh my mind. This is the spot. And how can you not love this place, bro? There's water, there's trees, there's a path. So, but yeah, this is a cool place. There's a little bird sanctuary here too. But sometimes it'd be smelling over here like really bad sushi or like fish, really nasty fish. But all right, see you guys in a second. All right, guys, we're here. The sun is behind me, so I know the lighting is gonna be terrible, but I think we're here. It's been a minute since I've come here, and there's kind of no path, so I forget sometimes, but we're here. It's been like 2 weeks since I've been here. Yeah, I went to Star Rock a little bit ago. It was calm. Star Rock is in Illinois, for those who don't know, but it was a cool little experience. It's cool little. I went with a few people, and it was enjoyable. That's all I can really say. I have a marker here that marks this place out, so that when I come, I know, yeah, we're here, guys. Oh. Freaking stumps, bro. Every time I'm outside, just these damn stumps. All right, guys, we're here. The sun is behind me, so the lighting's probably not gonna be the best, but right here. Welcome to my place of paradise. All right, check it out. The water, right? Trees, rocks to sit on. Perfect picnic spot. Perfect spot in general. I'm serious. This is the spot. Nobody ever comes here. I genuinely don't think so. So, I'm just gonna sit like right here, take out my bag. The wind can't hit me because the wind is coming from over there. Sorry. The wind is coming from over there and the trees are there, so the wind doesn't hit me. It's not that cold. The sun is here. I can sit down and I can talk. All right. Let me grab my charger. Okay, guys, give me a second. Phone's up so that it's like better. Okay. So this is very important, especially in today's world, right? Now, goals. Goals are by far one of the most important things in the world, apart from your life. They give life meaning, right? If you don't have goals, what is the meaning of your life, right? If you exist, if you were born and you simply do what you're told, right? And you simply just exist, what is the purpose of your life? There's no purpose. You're just a slave. Now, slave to what? It doesn't matter what you're a slave to. You could be a slave to anything. But if you don't have goals, you're a slave. If you do what everyone else does, if your goals are the same as the flock, you're a slave. You're a slave to the overall mind, right? You have to have an individual mind. You have to set yourself apart from everyone else and do what you need to do that will make you happy. There's something I always say, right? It's called the universe. You, not us-averse, right? It's not everyone-averse. No, it's the universe, meaning the universe revolves around you. You are the one who's correct to you, right? Sure, other people are correct, but at the end of the day, your opinion is the only opinion that truly matters. Your decisions are the only decisions that truly matters to you. To me, my decisions are the most important thing to me, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna die. And what I do is only gonna affect me, really. Everyone else, yes, they might be impacted by my life, but overall, I'm the most important one in my life, because it's called the universe, right? So, goals direct people. They take you from one point. Well, they don't take you, but you're here, and here's your goals. You have a vision. There is a path to that goal. When you come up with a goal, a path is formed, right? You may not understand. There may be like three different routes to this singular direction, singular destination. But once you have a goal in mind, there are thousands of different outcomes that can lead you to that goal. If you don't have a goal, this is you, and you never go anywhere. You only go where everyone else goes. You follow everyone else. So you have to have your own goal. You might be asking, probably not asking, but my goals, right? I know last video I said I was talking about my goals. Let me take off my jacket. It's kind of hot. But I know I said last time that I would talk about my goals. And my goals are quite in depth in my mind. To me, my goals are everything. If I don't have goals, I have nothing. For me, I want to be making, like, end goal, I want to be making like $100 million a year, right? A month. I want to make 100 mil a month, right? I also want to make $1 billion a month, right? But those are futuristic goals. Those are my goals for, let's say, 20 years down the line. I want to make $1 billion a month. That's kind of where I want to go, right? But for right now, my goal, right now I'm in the sub 10, 20K, let's say 5 to 20K. In between there, it's inconsistent, but in between there, and that's where my monthly is right now, right? And you're probably saying, what do you do to make 5 to 20K a month? It's a business. I run a business. I won't tell you that just yet. When I, feel comfortable, I'll tell you, but it's a business. But I want to take this business. I want to get it to the point where I'm making more than 5K, more than 20K in a month. I want to get it to the spot where I'm making, let's say, I want to take it as far as making $500,000 in a month. I want to take it to $1 million a month. That's where I want to be. I want to get to the 9-figure spot in a month, or the 8-figure spot. Wait, is this 7 figures or 8? No, the 7-figure spot in a month. That's where I want to be right now. That's where I want to be, but I have to take my time. That's why I said today's work was very hectic. Very hectic. My anxiety was through the roof because I'm constantly thinking about my goals. Every time I work on my goals, it is the only thing that is on my mind, plaguing me every single day. I go to sleep and I think about my goals. I wake up, I think about my goals. I go to the gym, I think about my goals. When I'm eating, I think about my goals. When I'm doom scrolling, I think about my goals, because the only thing on my feed is my goals. Everything I see is money. Every time it's money. Whether I'm watching someone like, let's say, Andrew Tate, or I'm watching someone like, let's say, maybe even Brett Scales or something, right? I've been watching him a lot lately. Or I'm watching someone like, let's say, I don't even know. But yeah, you get the point. Literally, everything I do is oriented around my goals. Everything I want in life has to do with my goals, right? I have to achieve my goals. I will not settle for anything less than my goals. I will not accept defeat. And you have to have that kind of a mindset when it comes to your goals. Now, we talked about my financial goals. There are other types of goals, right? There are goals like, where do you want to be in the next, that's not financially, in the next 2 to 5 years? I want to have a family. I want to have a loving wife, right? A loving wife with at least 2 kids in 5 years, right? I'm 19 years old at the moment, but in coming up soon, I want to have a family in the next 5 years with at least a minimum of 2 kids. And I want to have gone in the next 5 years to at least, let's say, 10 countries, right? 2 countries a year. Go there for about a month or 2 each year and experience some culture. Another goal that I want in mind is to learn like as many languages as possible. The majority, right? The main languages that currently exist. Like, I want to learn Spanish because everyone, like a lot of the world knows Spanish or speaks Spanish. So I want to learn Spanish, of course, so that if I want to leave the country, or I have to leave the country, that I can understand the language that I'm speaking. And then I also want to learn French, right? Because I just like French culture. I just like European culture. I want to learn Italian, right? I also want to learn Russian, right? I also want to learn, what else? Mandarin, Japanese, Hebrew. I want to learn all these different languages. If I can't master these languages, I want to at least know how to get around, with these languages. Like, I want to know, how to talk to people with these languages, right? But that's one of my goals, right? Another one of my goals is to get my Aston Martin, right? First, I'm going to have to just be cool and calm. This is a goal for the end of the year, right? This goal. I want to get my Aston Martin by the end of the year. I want an Aston Martin Vantage. I've already spec'd it out. I've already done everything that I need to do, and I just have to make the money to buy the car, right? I just need the car. Aston Martin Vantage, about, I think it's like 600 horsepower or so, right? The car costs about, with the specs and everything, should cost about $300,000 to about $500,000. But I need that car. I absolutely need that car. I have to get it, right? But that's one of my goals. By the summer, I want to achieve something. I want to get an apartment as well. But I still live with my parents, and I'm making about 5 to 10. I'm about to projected to make, at least for this month. For this month, I'm projected to make like 13 to 20, 13 to 15, in between, anywhere from that range. So by the end of next month, I want to like move and get my own apartment, if that makes sense, right? But my message to you is to have goals, right? Do not be like everyone else. Have an objective. Forget the process first. Forget about the process. The process will come to you. Your mind is so complex that in a second you can figure out the process. But what you need to do is be in a childlike state where you're consistently dreaming. When I was a kid, all I did was dream about how to do this, dream about how to do that. I was consistently dreaming, right? All the time. I was just dreaming. I dreamt that I would have a nice car, a Lambo or something, right? I wanted a Ferrari. And then people would tell me that, oh, to get a Ferrari, you have to make a lot of money. And let's be realistic, right? Let's be realistic. You can't do that. You can't do this. Oh, a Lamborghini, oh, a Ferrari. Are you really going to make that kind of money? This and that, right? With a hateful intent, not necessarily hateful, but with a negative, like a tone, right? But you have to have goals. If you have goals, the path will come. The process will come. You just need to have a goal in mind, and you need to be hell-bent on achieving that goal. If you say you want to be the number one surgeon in the country, neurosurgeon in the country or in the world, right? And you really wanted that, you'll start thinking about the process when you are completely fixated on achieving that goal. You will completely find a way to achieve that goal. Let's be real. If I wanted to be the next or the best basketball player who ever existed, you think there isn't a path to that? You think it's so complicated to come up with a path to the goal that I want? If I wanted to be a multi-billionaire, I wanted to be the richest man in the world, there's a path. Focus on the goal, and the path will make itself present. Even if it takes a year, even if it takes 2 years, 3 years, it will eventually come. But you have to have goals. If you don't have goals, you're going to be achieving other people's goals. You're going to go to this job and help this guy make money instead of helping yourself, right? It's the universe. It's not his verse. It's not she-averse. It's not their verse. It's your universe, right? You have to focus on you. At the end of the day, you are the most important person that exists, and it should always remain like that. It should never be different. Never. Focus on you, and you will soon achieve something. Focus on your goals and the destination, and eventually you will inch closer and closer to that destination. It's like sleepwalking. When you're sleepwalking, you're dreaming, but you're walking, and you're moving more and more until you either get somewhere or the dream ends. And that's when you've achieved the dream, right? You either stop or the dream ends and you have achieved the dream, and then you dream on, right? And you continue. But that's my spiel. We're gonna do a lot of videos out here. This place is really calm. This place is really cool. I really like this place, right? It's really close to my house. It's like not even like 5 minutes away from my house. Nice view over here. No mosquitoes, no nothing, just rocks, right? So I love this place. This place is cool. This is my spot. I claim this spot. This is King David's territory, right? This is my retreat in the woods. But that was my spew for today. Next video, we'll talk about like something else. You know what I mean? Look at that. You see that streak in the air? Yeah, that's not normal. That's not normal. It's the Jews. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah. Next video we'll talk about something interesting. I'll try to do something more interesting. Maybe I'll just do like a route, the path to success or something, right? how I'm going to succeed, how I'm going to continue to succeed, how I'm going to get to the next level, right? And then maybe at the end of the month, I'll show you guys proof of like the money that I'm making for my business or something, because I know like I just throw out words there and then people might not believe me or whatever. So next month I'll show you guys my my draw for the month. But it was a pleasure talking to you guys, and I hope you guys have and enjoy your time, whatever you're doing for the day. I pray that God be with you and you continue to strive to achieve the goals that God has put inside of your mind or put inside of your heart, right? Whether it's achieving the best of the best, whether it's enjoying life, having fun, whatever it is, I pray that you achieve those goals, all right? All I ask you to do is just like and subscribe, and yeah, pretty much. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. King David.